Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we've already matched her foundation. And she is 104 in Jeremy Vandiver. Shade 104. Because my foundation's the bomb. So, I'm just going to apply that.
Okay.
So what's been up with you?
A lot of stuff. Just working, mainly, and practicing. Did you know I was in a band?
I did not know you were in a... Oh, yes, I did know you were in a band. Sorry, yeah, I did. Sorry.
We like to have fun, that's for sure.
So, a lot of makeup artists will tell you to work from the nose out. I don't know about that. This is the first time I'm using the Physicians Techniques, the Real Techniques sponge. So I'm giving it a go tonight.
Okay.
So we're just gonna see how that goes. We're with my foundation. I like to build up the coverage. Don't be one of those people that like goes in hardcore and slathers it on. And just to let you know, I'm like a huge like beauty blender person, so we're really gonna see how this plays out and if it's like a beauty blender or not.
So like a beauty blender mixed with something else.
Yeah, it's got a cool. I do like the cool like little end. It's got a flat end. I do like that. I wet it just like I do a regular beauty blender. I mean, it's moving the product pretty well. I didn't put a whole bunch on because, like I said, I like to build up coverage. I've never done Emily's makeup before. I've removed her lashes before.
And he did a great job. Literally.
She's natural now. She's gone natural.
I've gone natural.
She's gone natural.
No, you did a great job. You really did.
Thank you.
Great job.
She's gone natural. Let me tell you what Emily did. She didn't have any change.
Oh my gosh.
So she left a $100 bill with me and said, "I'll be back."
Dude, I'll be back.
That was like 2 months ago.
Yeah. 2 months later.
She's back.
Yeah, but that's so funny.
And I was like, so she had messaged me and I was like, "I'll be back." And so one day I was like, I needed a 2 liter, not a 2 liter. I needed a drink at work, and I was like, all I have is this $100 pill that
you really kept it the whole time
until I needed that Mountain Dew. And I was like, I need to bust this chuck in this 100. I didn't have any cash, and I was like, I don't think I had my debit card. Well, I didn't have anything. That's what it was. I didn't have my debit card that day, and all I had was that $100 bill. I was like, I really need
I gotta bust this $100.
Okay, you guys, I didn't put a primer
really
on her, because we're just kind of going with the flow. We're testing to see, just some different looks on her. If we're gonna use cream or if we're gonna use powder. So, oh yeah. So the day of, I will do primer with her, but just not today because we're just doing like a makeup look.
Yeah.
Look up. Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Take your pearls out. Take your pearls out.
Okay. Thank you.
And I'm taking care of her pearls.
Thank you. Yeah, so we're just doing a kind of trial and error right now. I'm trying to
Look
see
up for me.
Okay. Trying to see what's gonna work best. And you said it was 104.
Mm-hmm.
Is my number.
Mm-hmm. It'll probably go darker, like since you're gonna be tan for the event, a little bit tanner.
Or we hope. We hope. No.
So yeah, we'll go a little bit darker the day of, and we're gonna make sure we prime it really good. You can look down.
Okay.
It's a little... Okay, what I will tell you is this sponge is a little bit fatter, and it makes me a little nervous, like getting in between the corner of the eye. Beauty blender, I feel gets a little bit in there a little bit better, and doesn't make me feel like I'm going to put my client's eyeball out.
Oh, I think that looks great. It looks really smooth.
This is putting on really, really well. That's what I like about a beauty blender.
If I need to close my eyes.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Is it gives you that. Now, I like to use a brush. I like to use this one this morning. Actually, it was the e.l.f. The blending brush. That's what I put my foundation on with earlier. Yeah. And it did a really good job. So we had tons of fun like last time that Emily was here. We took her lashes off and just cut up. She told me she had to be somewhere at a certain time, and she was here right until she had to be there. So
I was like, I gotta go.
We cut up and had a good time for.
We didn't think it was gonna last as long. Yeah, that was.
Did you say that you usually use a cream contour?
No. Normally I don't. So, normally I just do more of like a powder on a daily basis. But if I go to an event or something like that, I do try to do a little bit of a cream for foundation. But that's about it.
These can be now. This you have to be a little tricky about because these can be a little bright. Do they crease pretty bad or no?
They can. It just depends, I guess, if I have enough hydration in my face. Okay. If that makes any sense.
Well, you drink that huge water before you.
I drink enough water. I should be good.
So we're gonna try this cream contour first, and it's pretty light. You're always gonna want to go like 2 shades lighter than your foundation. This is.
What do you think? Does it look?
I mean, it's not horrible. You gotta. You gotta think about this too. By the time you set it with powder and stuff like that, you just want to make sure that no. What was I about to say? I just always want to make sure no color is coming through up underneath it. Like me, I have really bad like dark spots up underneath my eyes, so I always want to make sure like those are not coming through. But by the time you put your powder and stuff on like that, like this to me does not look bad. I'll let you look.
Looks good. And especially, you said you're gonna
blend it.
Yeah.
So
what palette is that?
This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills cream contour palette, and I love that palette. I really, really love that palette. Look at the monitor. Ooh, it looks a little bright in the monitor though.
Yeah.
But I'll show y'all. And you can always come back too before you set and kind of blend that in a little bit better too. You see, like over here, it's kind of soaking in. It doesn't seem as bright.
It looks more bright in the monitor than it does like
in real life.
Yeah, in real life. Yeah. Yeah, it looks a lot. Which I know we're gonna blend it and it's gonna look really good. So what are you doing right now? So are you using the same color?
Yeah.
And just highlighting more on my forehead?
Okay. So I'm doing anywhere that we'd highlight. Another thing is when you're doing your makeup, you're going to want to let things set into, because when it goes on your skin, that's not necessarily what it's going to look like. Because things have to, your natural oils and stuff has to react to the foundation and stuff. So that's one of those things. And now if you look, you see it doesn't look...
Yeah, it doesn't look...
It looks brightening, but it doesn't look white like it did before, because I kind of took and blended those edges out. But we still have that brightening, and then we're going to still powder up underneath it.
Okay.
So I'm just going to do the other side.
Yeah, it looks a lot different. It looks really good.
And one thing with you is you have kind of a smaller forehead. So you really want to keep that lighter down here because we're gonna we still have to contour. Because remember when you're doing your makeup, you want it to be an oval.
Right.
You want your face to be an oval.
Now, if my forehead was a little bit larger, we could go up or up. Okay. See, I didn't know that.
But I do think that looks good.
It looks really good.
And no powder or anything is set on it yet. So I definitely think that when we do your makeup, we'll go with a powder that day. I mean, a cream that day.
Okay.
We're fixing to see now how that cream contour looks on you, and hopefully it's not too dark. But I want to just try this a little bit.
Okay. Now this is technically
this is not foundation. Now
okay.
you can contour with foundation.
Okay.
I mean, you can.
Okay.
We're gonna see. Just because the wedding is in April, and you want it to be warm. So, and she's gonna spray tan. So, I'm just gonna kind of. Oh, and let me teach you guys a little tip. So, when you're contouring, if you don't know where you are supposed to put your contour, take a paint like a eyebrow brush, a eyeshadow brush, and you're gonna meet the corner of your mouth. So right here, where this comes down, the tip of your ear comes down. That's where you're gonna put your contour.
Okay.
So if you ever wonder, that's where it goes. Yep. Or you can do the fish face, and that kind of tells you too.
Like.
Yep. I will say this: don't do your contour all the way down to your mouth,
So
because you just want it to go to like right here. You want it underneath the apples of your cheeks.
Oh, okay.
And then you're gonna blend out.
Okay.
So we're gonna go to like right in here. We'll blend that out. Let me pull that back. So I like this. This is a little warmer
Yeah, this one is.
than that other one. It was too dark for her. I just kind of wanted to see what it looked like. But this, and I know that she's going to be spray tan too.
Yeah.
So, but you're going to want to do the 3, and I'm fixing to show you guys. If you guys don't know, I'll come back and hit this contour a little bit. So when you're putting on your contour, you're going to want to do a 3. And you're starting in the center, come down the curvature underneath your cheekbone, and then you're also going to want to run this along your jawline.
So I could take my regular foundation number.
Yes.
And go
3 shades darker.
3 shades darker and then 3 shades lighter.
Yep. That's all you have to do.
Okay.
And this, if you keep your foundation the same as to contour as you do with your regular foundation, it's going to blend so much more better because it's the same product line.
Right.
So it interacts really well.
What do you think?
I like it.
Me too.
And so we were so worried about that white. And now look.
And now, yeah, exactly.
That's what people
really
need to worry is when you start, if you watch YouTube videos, when you first put on your foundation, contour, highlight, that kind of stuff, it looks really harsh. But then, have you ever watched somebody do all of it, like put their foundation on and they put all their contour and their highlight and they're just a bunch of dots and stuff, and you're like, there's no way that's going to blend out.
And then they blend it all and it looks
then it blends out.
amazing.
You know?
Yeah. Because I remember watching one of YouTube, I don't know who it was, but, I was trying to learn how to do that just for fun. And I think it overwhelmed me. I was like, oh my God. I was like, what?
And it can, like, especially that contour and highlight, that can be very, very overwhelming. Like, it can be really overwhelming. Tonight, we were just doing a foundation test on her, just to see, like, the basics of what we were doing. But I think that we know her colors now.
I think that's really good.
I'm going to...
looks very natural.
Yeah.
But it still has that.
Well, looks
good.
I don't think you have to goop on a whole bunch of makeup.
No.
Let your natural beauty shine. You just need to enhance that a little bit. You know what I mean? You don't have to put on so much foundation you have to scrape it off with a knife. Yeah. A thin layer is all it takes. Like, look how beautiful and youthful her skin looks right now.
Oh, it's
like, look at it. I mean, it's beautiful.
It looks really good. It looks really good. And it looks so smooth. And that's what, I try to get that effect when I put my makeup on, but it doesn't work.
Your makeup always looks good.
Thanks.
She's one of those people that kind of disses herself a little bit, but really, it's better than what she says it is. So,
look, I'll put up an image. Jeremy did Emily's makeup. Emily did Emily's makeup. Woo!
So this is like pretty much the basics of a foundation. It'll be all right.
Let me focus back on you. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Do it need to be lighter, darker?
I think it's okay. I think. Does my makeup look okay?
Are you the tech person?
He is.
Yeah.
Love electronics.
Little what?
So my makeup is oxidized. I look a little orangey now, don't I?
Come into the
do I
camera.
look a little orangey now? No. Well, I look normal on camera.
Yeah, well, that's all that matters.
Yeah, because all these lights. Because all these lights.
Or put them on top of your head.
Be dramatic.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah.
That might not be her foundation.
I'm not sure if that's what
We're not sure. Alright, well, we'll start. Okay. We're going to start our intro. You ready?
What are we going to say?
We're going to say, hey guys.
Hey guys.
We're doing a test for bridal makeup.
Bridal makeup.
Is it bridal makeup?
No.
You're not getting hitched. Emily's getting married.
I'm getting married.
Oh, my diamonds aren't in here.